The morning began like countless others, calm, predictable, stitched together by the same familiar rhythm I'd grown used to over the years. Nothing felt different, not at first. Then I saw it. An envelope rested on the kitchen counter, positioned with careful intent, as though waiting for me. My name stretched across the front in handwriting I recognized instantly, his. Steady, unwavering. It didn't just spell my name. It confronted me like a verdict. I tried to soothe my nerves. Perhaps he had gone in early to the office. Maybe he stopped to visit his mother and left me a note so I wouldn't worry. But when my fingers brushed the paper, a heavy weight settled in me, sharp and cold, coiling deep in my stomach. The house no longer felt warm. It felt emptied, abandoned. His shoes were gone from their usual spot by the door. Our bed upstairs was unmade. Small signs, but together they whispered a truth I wasn't ready to acknowledge. My hands shook as I picked up the envelope. I hadn't even opened it, yet dread pressed down on me like a boulder, as though I stood on the brink of something final. With trembling fingers, I slid my thumb beneath the flap and unfolded the page inside. The first words stole the air from my lungs. Goodbye, Emma. Just 2 words, yet they struck like a blow. The rest wasn't filled with anger. No accusations, no venom. Instead, it read like a sorrowful confession, not his truth, but mine. He had known. He had always known. He wrote about the night I stumbled home reeking of another man's cologne, muttering lies about late deadlines and projects that never existed. He saw through me instantly. From then on, he saw it all. The locked phone, the distant glances, laughter that never touched my eyes, the rushed showers, the endless excuses. He noticed every fracture, but he never spoke of it. That silence was what shattered me most. He didn't demand answers. He didn't corner me with accusations. He simply waited for me to come clean, to return, to choose honesty, to be the woman he once knew. But I never did. I drifted farther and farther away, while he stood quietly, watching me disappear. His letter wasn't bitter, it was drenched in grief. He admitted he still loved me, but said holding on meant losing himself, and he couldn't do that anymore. Staying together, he wrote, would destroy us both. That was the moment I finally saw what I had done. I hadn't just broken him, I had already shattered us. I sank onto the kitchen floor, the paper trembling in my grip, and then the sobs tore through me, violent, unstoppable. They weren't just born of guilt. They were grief. Grief for what I had lost. What I had ruined beyond saving. He wasn't only the man I shared a house with. He was the one who folded my laundry when I forgot it in the dryer. The one who rubbed my back when panic clawed at me. The one who brewed my coffee exactly the way I liked every morning. The one who kissed my forehead each night like it was a vow. I had thought he overlooked the small things. But he noticed everything. He loved me in the quiet ways that mattered most, and I treated that love as though it would always be there, background music I never bothered to listen to until the silence came. Panic consumed me. I called his number again and again, disconnected. I texted, I emailed. Nothing. I drove to his office only to learn he had taken indefinite leave. No forwarding address, no final goodbye, just absence. Solid. Unyielding. And then it hit me. This wasn't sudden. It wasn't a single mistake that drove him away. It had been unraveling for a long time. He had given me chance after chance to return, and I never did. He left not out of rage, but heartbreak. Out of quiet dignity. Days blurred into weeks, weeks into months. I wandered through the house like a shadow of myself. His absence lived in every room, every corner. I saw him in the empty chair across the table, in the untouched space beside me in bed. In every moment, I remembered the lies I told instead of confessing, the apologies I never gave, the chances I ignored. Now, I couldn't even give him a proper goodbye. Eventually, I heard through someone else that he had moved to a small town, starting fresh. He rebuilt his life, but never spoke of me. When asked, he only said, it didn't work out. No bitterness, no accusations, just an ending. I wrote to him once. I didn't make excuses. I didn't beg him back. I only told him the truth, that I had been wrong, that I did love him, but hadn't understood the depth of real love until it was gone. That I had destroyed something rare and irreplaceable because I was too blind to value it. He never replied. I hadn't expected him to. His silence was its own answer. The farewell had already been given, etched into that letter I read on the kitchen floor. I still keep it, tucked away in a drawer I rarely open. Sometimes I forget it's there. Other times, it calls to me like a ghost. When I do unfold it, I'm reminded of what love truly is. Not dramatic, not perfect, but steady, constant, unshakable. A love that doesn't need recognition to matter. A love you encounter only once. And I let it slip through my hands.